Testing, testing.
Into the dome because it seems like the girls here in the second half of the season. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lewis Ford pregame show. I am Cole. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lewis Ford pregame show. I am Cole Trent down here with Coach Lowell. Now, Coach Lowell, Barton's coming into the dome tonight, and I always like when we bring teams here into the dome because it seems like the girls here in the second half of the season have played spot-on defense. But Barton's bringing in, a pretty solid team coming out with about 40% from the floor, 70 points a game. How do you guys plan to go out there and defend them?
Well, I mean, we've defended well, like you said, and it's going to be our defensive execution. And, they like to run a lot of ball screen offense, so we've got to try to get them out of that, which we've done a good job with people that have run the ball screen offense. So, if we can come out, take that away from them early on in the game, then it's going to I think it'll set the stage for the rest of the game.
Sounds good. Now, another thing that, we've noticed up there, me and Bernie, of course, we always talk about some specific players for every game, but it seems like no matter who we call out before the game, it's always widespread. Everyone is doing a little bit of work, and then you have some players that just have really big nights while your normal playmakers kind of come down. How have you managed to coach consistency along the bench and along the starters and not just have one player do all the work for you?
Well, it's kind of been, I don't know if a trademark of mine with teams I've coached, just trying to get offensive balance. And we've got some girls that know how to score the basketball, and Addison and Michaela and Allie Baker, but then getting those other players to get us some baskets here and there. And not that we need, 10 points from everybody, but if we can get 6 to 8 points out of a number of people and 10 to 12 out of a couple other ones, that balance, it makes it hard for teams to guard and focus on one person and say, okay, we're going to take this person away and really limit them. And I think it has to do with we've changed up our offense a little bit and gotten to where we run more of a little bit of a motion offense, and it's creating creates opportunities for other people to get some open shots.
Yep, that sounds good. Thank you for blocking that ball, by the way.
No
for those
problem.
of you who didn't know, ball just about hit me right in the face. My reaction was not there. Me and Bernie up there noticed that Taylor Lee has something on her wrist. Is that a serious injury, or what are we looking at?
No, she's just got a wrist sprain that she had, came Monday in practice, and she's been doing rehab, and, we're looking to have her back. Hopefully, they set a week, hopefully first part of the week, get her back in the practice and in the action with us.
Sounds very good. Now, of course, the most important question, what was the pregame meal today? We all know the pregame meal is the most important thing of the pregame almost for the coach.
Today, went with the family. We did 4 for 4s at Wendy's. So some nuggets, some fries, and a double stack from Wendy's.
That's probably my favorite. But thank you, Coach Hull, for the interview. Good luck today. We'll be seeing you after the game.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll be seeing you after the game.
Thank you.
Yep.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lewis Ford pregame show. I am Cole Trent, followed along with Cameron Burney. We have officially kicked Damon off the island. He will not be here with us tonight through any of our men's or women's games action. We are going to follow up with the Lewis Ford pregame show. First things first, we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into the coach's interview with Coach Lowell. We'll say one thing, that during this interview, Coach Lowell did save my life as a ball was hurled my direction. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back to you guys with the Lewis Ford pregame show. You're listening to the Cox Radio Network.
Most people think they can get a cheaper oil change somewhere else, but at Lewis Ford, our oil changes are both professional and affordable. With our oil change 4-pack, you get 4 conventional oil changes for just $69.99. That's just $17.50 an oil change. Then you'll have the peace of mind knowing that your car or SUV is being taken care of by a factory-trained employee at a price you can afford. Schedule your oil change today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City and mention the oil change 4-pack. Lewis Ford, open Saturdays from 9 until 4. Hey, Bill, getting quite a pile of trash in your backyard there.
Yep.
Thinking you maybe ought to do something about it?
Yep.
Would you like me to put you in contact with a locally owned and top quality rated trash removal service?
Yep.
Well, let me put you in contact with my boys at B&E Waste Systems. They're located right here in Dodge City. They take care of a commercial, residential, rural, and regular service routes or one-time pickups. Does that sound okay for you, Bill?
Yep.
Well, give them a call today, 620-225-6580.
Thank you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lewis Ford pregame show. I am Cole Trent down here with Coach Lowell. Now, Coach Lowell, Barton's coming into the Dome tonight, and I always like when we bring teams here into the Dome because it seems like the girls here in the second half of the season have played spot-on defense. But Barton's bringing in, a pretty solid team coming out with about 40% from the floor, 70 points a game. How do you guys plan to go out there and defend them?
Well, I mean, we've defended well, like you said, and it's going to be our defensive execution. And, they like to run a lot of ball screen offense, so we've got to try to get them out of that, which we've done a good job with people that have run the ball screen offense. So, if we can come out, take that away from them early on in the game, then it's going to I think it'll set the stage for the rest of the game.
Sounds good. Now, another thing that, we've noticed up there, me and Bernie, of course, we always talk about some specific players for every game, but it seems like no matter who we call out before the game, it's always widespread. Everyone is doing a little bit of work, and then you have some players that just have really big nights while your normal playmakers kind of come down. How have you managed to coach consistency along the bench and along the starters and not just have one player do all the work for you?
Well, it's kind of been, I don't know if a trademark of mine with teams I've coached, just trying to get offensive balance. And we've got some girls that know how to score the basketball, and Addison and Michaela and Allie Baker, but then getting those other players to get us some baskets here and there. And not that we need, 10 points from everybody, but if we can get 6 to 8 points out of a number of people and 10 to 12 out of a couple other ones, that balance, it makes it hard for teams to guard and focus on one person and say, okay, we're going to take this person away and really limit them. And I think it has to do with we've changed up our offense a little bit and gotten to where we run more of a little bit of a motion offense, and it's creating creates opportunities for other people to get some open shots.
Yep, that sounds good. Thank you for blocking that ball, by the way. For those of you who didn't know, ball just about hit me right in the face. My reaction was not there. Me and Bernie up there noticed that Taylor Lee has something on her wrist. Is that a serious injury, or what are we looking at?
No, she's just got a wrist sprain that she had, came Monday in practice, and she's been doing rehab, and, we're looking to have her back. Hopefully, they set a week, hopefully first part of the week, get her back in the practice and into action with us.
Sounds very good. Now, of course, the most important question, what was the pregame meal today? We all know the pregame meal is the most important thing of the pregame almost for the coach.
Today, went with the family. We did 4 for $4s at Wendy's. So some nuggets, some fries, and a double stack from Wendy's.
That's probably my favorite. But thank you, Coach Lowell, for the interview. Good luck today. We'll be seeing you after the game.
Thank you. Yep.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't. But I did have someone stand on my back. He stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
We'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Jimmy John's, fresh baked, fresh chopped, fresh made. Now that's fresh. Subs so fast you'll freak. Subs your way, Jimmy's way, or any way. You name it, Jimmy will do it. Having a group event, office lunch, or last minute meeting, call Jimmy's. No crowd too big, no hunger too great. Visit Jimmy John's and tell them to Jimmy up your sub. These sandwiches are approved by Mama's Super Seal. Have the Jimmy. The address is 1601 West Wyatt Earp, or give them a call at 620-371-6803. Open from 10 to 10. Have the Jimmy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lewis Ford pregame show. Here, before we get into our starting lineups for both teams, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the people who make Conquistador Radio happen. We're going to give big thanks out to Lewis Ford, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Winter Livestock, Jimmy Johns, Jason Putnam, Shelter Insurance, B&E Waste System, Joy Chiropractic, Dodge City Dental Care, and Diamond Roofing. You just heard the Kelly Hendricks DDS coach's interview. We are now into the Winter Livestock starting lineups for your Lady Conquistadors. We have number 11, Ashley Nelson, a freshman from Dodge City, Kansas. She's going to be claiming the starter for tonight. 22, Riley Burris, another freshman from Topeka, Kansas. She's going to be starting for your Conquistadors. 23, Addison Rowley from Woodward, Oklahoma. 30, Allie Baker from Watonga, Oklahoma. And number 35, Kaylee Dale from Lakin, Kansas. And those are going to be all of your Lady Conquistador starting lineups. Now we're moving on to the Barton Cougars?
Yes,
I believe.
Cougars.
Barton Cougars, you're going to see number 10, Jalen Stapleton from Meade, Kansas. Number 11, Taylor Reagan from Albert, Kansas. Number 12, Michaela Jelson from Protection, Kansas. Natasha Dolinsky from, I'm going to mispronounce this, I want to say Montevideo, Uruguay? Montevideo? I have no...
Montevideo? I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
Montevideo.
We apologize.
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Number 24, Mallory Miller from Goddard, Kansas. And that's going to conclude all of your guys' starting lineups for the night, or for this afternoon, I suppose.
I'm going to say that a couple of times, too, so not used to doing an afternoon game.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with some stats with Bernie. You are listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, you're getting kind of a snaggletooth there.
Yep.
Do I need to put you in contact with a good dentist?
Nope, but I bet you're going to anyways.
You bet I am. Kelly Hendricks, the official dentist of the Sports Sound radio station, has been practicing family dentistry for over 30 years. You got a family, Bill?
Nope, not that I know of.
Well, give old Kelly a call today and set an appointment up for yourself at 620-225-6555. And they take care of the whole family, Bill, from infants to adults.
All right.
He learned Pig Latin from a pig,
Wyme, hovercraft A, is way, off A, off way, eels way.
which means my hovercraft is full of eels. Mr. G's may not be the biggest liquor store in town, but it is the most entertaining. For all your beer, wine, and liquor needs, it's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lewis Ford pregame show. Cameron Burney alongside Cole Trent here this afternoon. Just heard starting lineups brought to you by Mr. G's Liquor. Going to take a look at the two teams, compare them a little bit, see some individual numbers. Conks on the year 9-14, 6-14 in the conference. Barton 13-11 on the year, even on the year at 10-10 in the conference. Earlier this year, Dodge went to Barton, lost that one 75-52. Barton on the year, averaging 70 a night, shooting 40% from the floor, giving up 65 a night. 36% from deep, 74% from the line, pulling down 43 boards a game. They're +5 in the rebounding margin. 14 assists to 18 turnovers a ball game, 7 steals and 4 blocks a ball game. Your Conquistador women on the year, averaging 56 a night, giving up 63, shooting 34% from the floor, 26% from deep, 60% from the foul line, 41 boards a game, dead even in a rebounding margin, 11 assists, 20 turnovers a ball game, 8 steals, and 3 blocks. We're about 4 minutes away from the start of this one. Teams are both back out of the locker room, shooting around, getting set to go here this afternoon. As Cole said, your conch starters are going to be Nelson, Burris, Raleigh, Baker, and Dale. Nelson on the year, averaging 4 points a ball game. Burris sitting also at 4, shooting 85% from the foul line. Raleigh averaging 9 points a ball game, shooting 79% from the line. Allie Baker averaging 6 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists a ball game. And Kaylee Dale averaging 4 points to go along with 6 rebounds a night. The Cougars starting lineup is going to be Stapleton, Reagan, Jellison, Dolinsky, and Miller. Stapleton averaging 14 points a ball game on the year. She's the leading scorer for the Cougars. Taylor Reagan averaging 10 points a ball game. Michaela Jellison, 9 points a night. Dolinsky, 4 points, and Miller averaging 11. And Miller shoots 90% from the free throw line on the year. And just a little side note, from in the area, Jalen Stapleton, Taylor Reagan, Michaela Jellison, and Madison Dirk, she'll be coming off the bench, all from schools, small schools around Kansas. Stapleton from Meade, Reagan from Otis Bison, Jellison from Coldwater or South Central as better known, and Madison Dirks from South Gray. About 2 minutes to go here until the start of this one. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have Cole's Keys to Victory. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against monsters in the closet and grass so tall it swallows small children. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local Shelter Insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Learn more at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
It can be tough to find a good diesel mechanic. So why not trust the professionally trained mechanics at Lewis Ford? We are a full-service diesel facility and can work on any truck up to an F550. Plus, we make it affordable to get the work done. Take advantage of our oil change special where you can get 4 diesel oil changes for just $219.95. Schedule your diesel service today at Lewis Ford at Dodge City. Now open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lewis Ford pregame show. Just under a minute to go until the start of this one. And now we're going to send it to Cole for Cole's Keys to Victory, brought to you by Jimmy John's. Cole?
No crowd, no crowd too big, no hunger too great. Jimmy John's. And honestly, looking at just basically what the stats are, the Lady Conquistadors, last time I was here, we witnessed the Lady Conquistadors come out here and with a defensive presence that was scary. I mean, they shut down Coffeyville, and they did a very good job against. I forget.
Oh, geez, if you wanted to put me on the spot, I could have told you, but
so far in the Dome, since we've come back, like I said, they have had a outstanding defensive presence. I think that they got to come out here and play their defensive game. Honestly, I think that's how they're going to win this game tonight.
Very much so. Defensive minded. It did get silent here. I thought maybe we were switching it around and doing the national anthem first. Got kind of nervous, but
I was to say that's why I was slowed down. I was like,
whoa, wait a second, guys. Yeah, they're doing starting lineups now. Well, I've asked you this before, and you've been kind of right, so we're just going to do it again. Bold predictions. See it on NFL Network on Sunday mornings sometimes.
My bold prediction for the night?
Bold prediction for the night. As on the floor, I don't know. Kind of confused.
Getting to say we can have continuous silent moments, and we can't really hear much.
People, they're trying to find a basketball they want to use. They didn't have a game ball, so brought out an
like to bounce
entire.
that ball. They need to pick a different one.
Hold it up, drop it. That one bounced about my chest. We're going to go with it.
Let's say that looks good. All right. But honestly, my bold prediction is I see Burris. We haven't seen her get a whole lot of starts this year. I see her coming out, and if she comes out and has a good game, I think I give Conquistadors this. I think I give them this game. Right now, they need consistent defense along with consistent scoring. And I think Burris and Rowley and Baker all have those very solidly as traits. Now, Dale, not exactly as much of an offensive threat, not as much as a dual threat, but again, she has a high percentage. When she decides she's going to take a shot, she's going to get it for the most part. And along with Nelson, and Nelson's kind of the exact same boat. So I see their defense coming out.
So
if their
trying
defense
to
come
slow
out,
them down.
we come out a slim battle, a slim game.
Close game, low scoring.
I'm saying medium.
Medium?
We're going to be right in the middle. I'm not saying we're scoring 100 tonight, but I'm not saying we're not scoring 50, okay?
Okay. I say Barton on the year averages 70 a night, so I think Conks, if they can hold them into the 50s, low 60s, they've got a legitimate shot at knocking them off here this afternoon. Once again, Conks starters, Nelson, Burris, Rowley, Baker, and Dale. Damon voted off the island. Voted off the island, left willingly, one of the two.
He was voted off.
He was voted off.
Doesn't matter what he says when he comes back.
Don't listen to him.
As we are getting ready for the tip-off, let's see who's going to be going out there for the Lady Conquistadors.
I'm guessing Nelson.
I was thinking Nelson, but I was also wondering maybe if we had somebody else with a little bit more hops out there. I mean, we have quite a taller group out there.
Say kind of a taller starting lineup. Taller for the Conks, that is.
As we're getting ready to go here, we got Allie Baker and Alex Fitz doing a little bit of a handshake, pre-game warm-up, of course. As we're going to have Nelson up against, actually, I believe we had the wrong starter, as Fatu Siknadoa, I believe I pronounced that right, is coming out here. Nelson just barely wins the tip-off, over to Rowley. Rowley tips it back to Allie Baker. Baker's out at half court now. She's going to bring it to the near side, gives it to Rowley. Rowley's going to get a screen from Nelson, push in. She's going to put a little one up, and it just bounced out, but she went back up, stole the rebound, sends it back to Nelson, out to Dale. Keystor's getting another offensive rebound starting the game.
So you like to see that Dale inside early fighting and able to tip it, and Rowley able to come away with it.
Yep, Rowley now has the ball, sends it to the tip to Baker. Baker's going to penetrate in a little bit, thinks a little bit, pops back out. Thought about taking a shot, it's going to send it to Burris over here on the near side. Burris shooting a deep three, and just off the tip of the rim. As Conquistadors, they need to get back. There's it looks like it's a 3v4 right now, as they're going to send it into Fatu, but then Burris comes in with the steal and gives it back to Baker. Baker bringing the ball back down, crosses half court, sends it to Nelson. Nelson's going to get penetration in. She has an open shot. I think that might have gotten tipped just a little bit.
So I
as
think
it's now coming back
deflected.
the other way. We got, I believe, these jerseys are going to be a little bit tough for me to read.
Say black jerseys, dark blue numbers.
As Jelson has the ball, she penetrates in, sends it back out to a Barton player. She feeds it over to the top, sends it to Dolinsky out at the top. She penetrates in, sends it to Fatu. Fatu's going to shoot one from the three-point line, and it just off the tip of the rim. Baker bringing the ball back down the court pretty quickly. She's going to jump up and take herself a shot. She's going to get herself two. Conquistadors strike first with some pretty solid defense thus far, but it is turning into a track meet.
As I say, back and forth, up and down. But you like to see Baker there stop. The mid-range game's becoming a lost art. Stops at the free throw line, little 15-footer, knocked it down.
Yep, as it looks like number 24, Miller's going to come up, throw a little ball up. It just rolls out as Fatu. I thought maybe she was going to get Fatu over the back on Baker, but they're going to call it a jump ball. It's going to stay with Barton. Dolinsky's going to inbound it in.
8:12 to go here. 2-0 Conks on top early.
They're going to inbound it in to Miller. Miller's going to send it into Fatu. Fatu's going to try to dribble around, kind of lost it. She's going to throw one up just a little bit too hard off the back. Dale's going to bring that rebound down. Dale's going to bring it back the other way. She sends it out to Rowley. She's got it dead set. That's bounces a couple times, goes straight in the air and falls straight in. Rowley's striking with her first three. The score is 5-0 in favor of the Conquistadors. Jolsey now has the ball, and then at the tip, she's going to send it to Dolinsky. Dolinsky on the far side of the court. She's going to dribble around to the nose. She's going to come back the other way. She's going to pull it up just past the three-point line. Completely air ball. Might have been an actual pass to Jolson. Jolson's going to miss her shot. It's going to go back to the Conquistadors. Allie Baker bringing the ball back down the court. She's going to get a little bit of penetration, come back out. On the far side, gets it into Dale. Dale back out to Baker. Baker thought about taking it, sends it to the tip to Nelson. Nelson's going to send it back to Baker.
Conch's working the ball really.
And
going to be an illegal screen on Riley Burris, I believe.
Yep, illegal screen on Burris is going to be a Barton ball.
I was just getting ready to say the Conch's being very patient on the offensive end, not forcing anything, looking for the good shot, running kind of a screen and roll offense down underneath, trying to get three-point shooters open at the top.
Send it to Jelson. Jelson's going to give it back to Dolinsky on this near side. Dolinsky's going to penetrate in. I think Baker had a hand on it because it didn't go anywhere near the rim. Baker's going to come in, and it's going to get poked out by Dolinsky. I think it's still it's Conquistador ball. 24 on the shot clock, 5-0, 6:55 left. Conquistadors are leading the Barton Cougars as Baker's going to inbound the ball here. She's going to get it into Dale. Dale's going to be here on the far corner. She's going to give it back over to Baker. Baker kind of thinking about what she might want to do with it. She's going to penetrate in, bounce back out. She's going to throw up a deep two, and she's going to drain herself another bucket. I believe she's got 4 now for the Lady Conquistadors.
That was a nice step back. Put her foot in the ground and step back from about 16, 17 feet and not afraid to knock it down.
Dolinsky sends it over. I believe that's Miller. Sends it back out to, actually she sent it back out to Miller, who saw it a 3-point just a little bit too hard off the back. Dale's going to bring herself down another rebound, and she's going to give it over to Baker. Baker slowing the game down a little bit. You like to see this, given how much of a track meet it's been thus far. She's going to give it to Burris. Burris is going to get it into Dale, and are they going to get Fatu with a
I believe they are.
foul?
Get her with a body foul. Conch's up 7-0.
As we have Maple and Fitz coming in for Dale and Burris. You kind of like this is a little bit more of a defensive setup. Granted, Alec Fitz had a very good game the other day. I believe 11 points, almost had herself a double-double, in fact. Baker's going to get it into Rowley. Rowley just off the edge as Alec Fitz brings it down. Dolinsky, that's...
Poked it, reached around and tapped it off of Fitz's leg.
Oh, is that what had happened? Okay. So off Fitz's leg, goes out of bounds. Dolinsky's going to be bringing the ball down the court. As we have, let me try to get this number down so I can get a little bit better idea. Dolinsky's going to penetrate in. She went to go to, I believe, Fatu, but she wasn't looking as Rowley's going to get a ball back down the court. She's going to get herself an easy layup. And in fact, I believe I misspoke. That is going to be Severin, who is out there instead of Fatu. As Lady Conquistadors are leading at 9-0. There's a timeout on the court. We're going to take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
B&E Waste of Dodge City wants you to check out the competitive rates before you sign another contract. You deserve a locally owned choice. B&E serves Ford, Meade, Hodgman, and Edwards County. They offer commercial, residential, regular service routes, or one-time pickups. So let's get that shed cleaned out. No more excuses. Call B&E Waste Systems in Dodge City. The address is 2301 Central Ave, and the phone is 225-6580. Let B&E Waste be your very own trash provider.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have 5:46 left in this first quarter. Lady Conquistadors are leading the Barton Cougars 9-0. Their defensive game has been just as impressive as their offensive is. As we have Miller here at the top, she's going to get it to Jelson. Jelson kind of threw off Baker. She's going to throw herself up, and now the Barton Cougars are going to get themselves two. Baker bringing the ball back down the court, a little bit faster pace this time. She's going to get to Fitz. Fitz thought she was going to take a three. She's going to dribble in. She's going to throw 2 up. Got knocked down. Not quite a foul, though. As I believe we got Rowley poking the ball out on Jelson, slowing the game up a little bit. As we have number 31 for the Conquistador, Morrison. She's coming in for Allie Baker. Going to give her a little bit of a break. As we have number 11, Reagan. She's going to inbound the ball. She's going to get it out to Miller. Miller over here on this near corner and near half court. Sends it back over to Reagan. Reagan's going to penetrate in a little bit. She's going to bring the ball back. She's going to give it over to Dixon. Dixon and Jelson are kind of mixed up right on top of each other. They tried to feed it in to, I want to say, Miller. Actually, it was Dixon. Tried to feed it into Dixon. Was just kind of off the mark as we have it back down here on the other side of the court. Fitz has the ball in the corner, trying to get it into Maple. Can't quite get past it. As we're going to send it back over to the opposite side of the court to Morrison. Morrison back over to Fitz about at the half court, or about at the free throw line rather. Nelson back over to Rowley. Rowley looking for something. She got the ball poked away a little bit. She's going to get it into Maple. Maple got fouled. She was hoping for getting two there, but
It's Chuck Woody going to pick the foul.
Irene.
That's just a fun name to say, Chuck Woody.
Chuck Woody ended up drawing herself a foul. As we have Rowley and Ewing checking into the game or Burris and Ewing coming in for Nelson and Rowley, rather. They're going to give the ball to Burris. She's going to feed it back to Morrison. Morrison just about lost the ball. She's kind of looking to get it into Maple again, and Maple just jumped a little bit too much, just a little off the mark as they tried to feed the ball to number 3, Dixon. Almost like you see someone trying to go for a dunk there, but it was just a little bit too far ahead of her.
As they tried to get the breakaway, and Dixon led her just a little too far.
Yep, Morrison bringing the ball back down the court. She's going to bring it to this near side. Going to push up, get it into Burris. Burris is going to have it. She's going to launch it. I didn't even see that one coming in. It was just a little bit too hard off the back. They're going to be bringing it back down. I believe that is number 24, Mallory Miller. She's going to give it over to Reagan. Reagan's going to shoot a deep 3 herself just off the backboard, and Morrison's going to be bringing the ball back down the court.
4 minutes to go. Conks on top, 9-2.
Morrison's going to give it into Burris. Burris going to feed it down to Ewing. Ewing's going to get a good shot, and she's going to get herself two. You love to see Ewing hit those shots. She almost makes it seem so effortless anymore as they're going to get it in. And it looks like number 4, White, was really deep in. I did not see it. Ball
Maple got
missed.
a piece of it.
Yep, ball must have missed. All right, I'm looking down at the list trying to get some names here as we have a lot of substitutions for both sides. They're going to give it to Fitz on the far side. She's going to get it to Burris. Burris looked like she's going to go for it and just accidentally bounced it off of the tip of Ewing's shoe. Just a bad placement for that bounce pass as it's going to come back down the court. I believe that is Reagan with the ball. She's going to penetrate in, give it over to White. White faked a shot. Almost looked like she traveled a little bit there. Reagan now has the ball at the block, sends it back out to the corner. Back over to Reagan out by the three-point. Ewing, she's going to swat the pass, and Morrison has almost an open layup, and she's going to get herself two. Conquistadors leading 13-2 as Barton's going to call another timeout. We're going to take a break with him. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't. But I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Conk Radio Network. Your Lady Conquistadors currently leading 13-2 over the Barton Cougars. As looks like we might have a technical error. I don't know.
Maybe I think we're okay. I heard something in my headset sounded like something was calling, but I think we're good.
Yep. So we're back here. Dolinsky has the ball. She feeds it into Jocelyn. She puts one up, and it just barely rolls in. Now we're going to be bringing Morrison back here on the near side. She's going to dribble the ball, looks to set something up here. Gives it over to the far side to Fitz. Fitz going to give it to Burris over at the top. She's going to send it back to Ewing. Ewing out at the three-point line. She's going to dribble a little bit, gets it over to Morrison. Morrison acts like she might go for it. She's going to penetrate in, give it out to Fitz. Fitz has a wide-open three. And it just off the mark. It bounced off the backside of the rim. Now it's going to be coming back the other way. Reagan bringing the ball down. She's going to dribble, penetrate in. Looking for someone to pass it to. That might be close to a 5 seconds. Never mind, she's going to get it into Dixon. Dixon's going to miss, but we're going to end up sending it back out to Reagan. And Reagan's going to get herself an and one. She's going to get an opportunity for the old three-point play. First defensive mishap I'll give Conquistadors on the night there. Just instead of pulling the ball down, just try to slap it down and ended up getting taken away. As we have Rowley checking in for Burris.
2:13 to go. Conks up 13-6, on fire in the first quarter. Playing good on both ends of the floor.
As Reagan's going to put one up, she's going to make that one go down. 13-7 in favor of the Lady Conquistadors. Morrison's going to bring this one down. Right over the top of the conch head and big old Dodge City double dome. And she's going to bring it to this near side. Gives it off to Rowley. Rowley's going to dribble around the front. She's going to get some penetration in. She's pulling it up, and it's just off the mark. I've missed a little bit left. Might have had a hand to get on it. as Morrison's going to guard Reagan really closely. She's going to give it to Dixon. Dixon looking for maybe a three-pointer. She's going to give it out to White. White's going to give it back to Dolinsky. Dolinsky's giving it to Reagan. Reagan's going to dribble in a little bit, gives it to Jelson. Jelson's going to send it back to White. White's going to end up traveling with the ball, and it's going back the other way. The Barton Cougars right now looks like they're really using the passing game, trying to get Dodge City worn out a little bit here.
Moving the ball around very well on the offensive end, as into the ball game for the first time, Madison Dirks.
Yep, Madison Dirks coming in. You're going to see Morrison. She's bringing it down on the far side of the court. Gives it to Fitz about at the elbow. She's going to dribble in and get fouled. You wish almost that she would have went for a shot there, just to try to get some free throws.
Feel the contact, throw it up, but instead Conk's going to inbound it under their own basket. 1:28 to go, up 13-7.
Morrison's going to inbound the ball here. She's going to get it inside to Dale. Dale's going to give it back out to Morrison. She's going to dribble it around here. Get the ball back out, kind of get a little bit of replay. Alec Fitz is going to get the ball in. She just a little bit too hard off the backboard again, as it believes Dolinsky is bringing the ball back down the court. Jelson's going to get some penetration in, gives it back out to Reagan. Reagan's going to launch herself a three just off the nose of it, and Barton's going to bring down the rebound. They're going to throw another three-pointer. Dale finally going to come down with this one. I think the Conquistadors got to feel good about that one, given the fact they gave them two pretty open threes and a rebound.
Yep.
They're going to bring it back down here on the far side. Riley penetrated in, stopped, sent it back out to Morrison. Morrison dribbling to the near side. She's going to just pull it up, and it just off the mark. Conquistadors really close to a lot of these shots. If they can sure them up a little bit more, that's going to be dangerous, as Dolinsky is going to bring the ball down. She's going to give it out to Jelson. Jelson's going to throw herself. I believe that was a deep two, I want to say. Just about. I believe she was almost half a step out of the three-pointer, as Morrison's going to bring the ball in now. She's going to give it to Riley on the near side. Riley's going to throw it up, and again, just a little bit too hard, but she's going to get her own rebound. She's going to penetrate in. She's going to get another shot at it. She gets another rebound, gets another shot up. And, I mean, that's almost something you wish you see the Conquistadors kind of
I almost thought there was going to be a foul there.
I was going to say, oh, my. As Dale got hit pretty hard, I would have called that one a charge.
She was in
football.
she was inside the arc.
That would be where that call came from. So I believe it is Dolinsky. She's going to hit the free point line. Going to get herself two shots here. Let's see what she does with them. First one is up and goes in. 13-10. Favor the Lady Conquistadors. Offensively slowed down a little bit here.
Yes, started out. They were up 9-0 with 5:46 to go. Barton called a timeout. Now with 7.5 seconds to go on the court, it's 13-10.
Barton
Conks.
just getting back, trying to prevent this last shot from happening, it looks like.
I say the Conks here, if they can get a down the floor quickly and get a quick bucket in 7 seconds, that'd be big going into the second quarter.
Dolinsky's next one goes in. We're going to get the ball in, and Morrison's going to bring the ball down the court. 5 seconds left in order for the Conquistadors to get some points on the board here. One. She throws it up, and it almost goes in. It just rolls out. That is the end of the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more Lady Conquistador football. Or basketball, rather. Basketball. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Life's full of decisions, and one of the decisions you're going to have to make, do I still keep coming back to this hack dentist?
They're killing me, Whitey. They're killing me.
And with over 70 choices in the Yellow Pages, how do you know which dentist to pick? Well, that's easy. You pick Kelly Hendricks, DDS. Kelly's been in business for over 30 years, and he has comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. It's located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City, Kansas. Number 620-225-6555. Kelly Hendricks, the dentist, is just like us.
I put my pants on, one leg at a time.
He goose hunts with a Red Ryder BB gun, and he's never shot his eye out. He likes things his way. You may say he's a diva, but he's coined the phrase, he's a Jiva. Mr. G's Liquor, for all your wine and liquor needs. It's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Conch Radio Network as we are getting back into some more Conquistador basketball. It's going to be Baker bringing the ball down the court. She's going to send it over to Nelson. Nelson over to Riley on the far side. Riley's going to send it to Fitz at about the top. She's going to dribble around to this near side. Gives it back to Nelson. Nelson's going to feed it into Dale. Dale's going to have a shot. Never mind, she's going to get swallowed up. She's going to get it out to Riley. Riley's going to dribble the ball in. She's looking for someone to get rid of it too. Baker's going to get a lot of penetration. Gives it out to Fitz, who's almost open for a three-pointer. She gives it over to Dale. Dale's going to dribble it in. She needs to find somewhere to get it out to. She sends it into Nelson. Nelson throws the ball up, hits the backboard, and gets the rim, resets it. Dale goes for another one and gets fouled in the process. I believe Dale's going to be going to the line now. Kind of a very good defensive setup there for Barton. I mean, Conquistadors really had nothing going for themselves there for a while.
Yeah, the Conks were working it around, and Barton was trapping in the corner as Dale's first one's up and good. But shot clock was down to about 2, and Nelson just threw up a prayer. And he caught the side of the rim, came right to Dale. She power dribbled, went back up, and ends up at the line as the second one is also good.
Good play there from Kaylee Dale. Now we have Delinsky bringing the ball back down the court. She's going to dribble to this near side, kind of hop around. She picked a dribble up, sends it over there to White. White on the near side sends it out to Dixon. Dixon's going to dribble in. She's going to throw one up just off the backboard as Conquistadors outsized there a little bit, I believe, as Chukwati got the ball. Baker's going to bring this rebound down, however, though, and she's going to take off back down the other side of the court. And
I'm confused.
I think this guy, I think
we had an official talking to Lowell. I don't know if he thought maybe a timeout was called or.
Lowell literally stood motionless almost and just kind of continued to stand there as the official ran up to him. So it's Conquistador ball. Fitz is going to inbound it to Baker as we don't really know what happened there. And now we have Riley on the far side of the court. Riley Fitz at about the top. She's going to bring it to this near side, trying to get it into Dale. She gets it into Dale. Dale's going to get a couple dribbles, getting pushed out of bounds. Riley has the ball now out open. She's going to drill a three from far. Addison Riley, one of the threats we always seem to talk about, and she's always someone that just manages to get open. As we have the ball down here, Delinsky's going to send it over to Dixon. Dixon to Jelson. Jelson back to Dixon. Dixon's going to send it to the far side to Delinsky. I believe, I'm sorry, that is not Dixon, that is White. Jelson's going to shoot up a three-pointer. She's going to miss. Fitz is going to pull down the rebound, and she's going to launch it forward to Nelson. Nelson has herself a wide-open two-pointer, and she's going to get a layup. Conquistadors on another roll, 20-11, and there's going to be a timeout called. We're going to take one with them. We're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against skin knees and sibling supervillains that won't share. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local Shelter Insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
Most people think they can get a cheaper oil change somewhere else, but at Lewis Ford, our oil changes are both professional and affordable. With our oil change 4-pack, you get 4 conventional oil changes for just $69.99. That's just $17.50 an oil change. Then you'll have the peace of mind knowing that your car or SUV is being taken care of by a factory-trained employee at a price you can afford. Schedule your oil change today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City and mention the oil change 4-pack. Lewis Ford, open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now back here with some Conquistador basketball as Delinsky and Barton is going to be bringing the ball down the court. She's going to dribble, sends it over to, I believe that is Reagan on the far side. Reagan's going to dribble the ball back around. She's going to pick the dribble up, gets it into Dixon. Dixon just about loses the ball and gives it to Reagan. Reagan kind of uses her body, kind of pushes off on Nelson. Nelson's now going to be kind of double teaming on Delinsky. Delinsky's going to give it to Reagan over there in the corner. She's going to launch a three, and it's going to be just off the mark. Dale bringing the ball down. We got Baker sprinting down the court, gives it over to Fitz. Fitz back to Baker. Baker's going to get something set up here. She's going to feed it over to Nelson. Nelson over Fitz. Fitz is going to give it to Rowley. Rowley's going to dribble to this near side, gets it into Dale. Dale's going to dribble out, gives it to Nelson. Nelson's going to get a lot of penetration. She puts the ball up and just off the mark. Nelson's going to hit the line, shoot 2 free throws. Conquistador so far, I mean, their ball movement's been pretty.
I say they're passing the ball really well, penetration. They get it. I like how they're getting it inside to Dale and letting her control where to go with it. Dale, a very good passer from inside, as Nelson can't get the first one to fall.
You know, just generally, like a lot of the plays that they've made, I mean, even the mistakes that they've had on the turnovers, that hasn't been like a bad pass. It's just been a misplaced pass or mistimed.
I say just a bad bounce on a pass more than a bad pass.
Yep, now Nelson's going to prepare for her second. She's going to put one up. That one looks a lot better. She drains that one. 21-11 in favor of the Conquistadors. We're going to have Burris come in for Fitz. Fitz is going to get herself a little bit of a break. Our people on the court right now, we have Baker, Burris, Maple, Rowley, and Nelson for the Conquistadors. As Delinsky going to throw the ball over to Miller. Miller's going to dribble the ball over. Gets it to Reagan. Reagan's going to bring the ball back. She's going to get it inside to Jelson. Jelson going to throw one up. Not quite on the mark as she's guarded by Maple. Maple's going to end up I believe Burris brings a rebound down, gets to Baker. Baker over here on the far side gets to Nelson. Nelson over to Burris. Burris going to launch herself a three, and it's just off the mark. She didn't back up. She might have been able to kind of steal away her rebound again as they're going to get it over here to Jelson. Jelson's going to launch one up. Completely missed, and I believe that is Reagan. No, isn't that Reagan? These jerseys,
21.
Dirks. These jerseys are just tough to read. As Dirks ends up getting fouled underneath the basket, she's going to get herself a chance at two. Her first is up and just bounces off the tip and goes in.
Dirks 60% from the line on the year. 21-12, 6:46 to go here in Dodge. Conks on top.
Her second one goes up, and it goes in. Lady Conquistadors, I think they're getting beaten to free throws, but just overall play right now looking pretty solid as Baker's going to bring the ball down on this near side of the court. They have Burris move around so she can get open. Burris over here on the near side. She's going to get it into Nelson, but Nelson turned away at just the last second. Delinsky's going to have the ball. She's going to come up, put a layup, and it missed. She missed the layup. As there's a now scramble for the ball, I think there's a jump ball at this point. I was to say, there's people diving all over the ground. It's going to end up staying with Barton, but still something that could have been a very bad mistake for the Conquistadors. Turns out not to be so bad at this point as we have Delinsky going to inbound the ball. She's looking to get it in. She gets it over to Miller. Miller's going to dribble the ball back around, gets it to Reagan. Reagan's going to dribble it, almost gets it stolen away by Baker, gets it over. And I believe Nelson just got the block. They only got, it seems like that took a lot longer than 10 seconds, but Reagan still has the ball on the far side. They're going to get it into Miller. Miller's going to get it back out to Dirks. I'm trying to keep up here. Dirks is going to shoot the ball and just be off the marks. Miller's going to get it in. She's going to throw it, and it bounces out of the basket for him. Baker going to bring the ball back down the court at this point. She's going to get it, pull it right about the free throw line, just off the mark. It might have been tipped a little bit.
So Baker likes that little 15-footer on the fast break from the free throw line.
Yep. And that's a pretty...
So Rowley going to pick up the blocking foul.
Yep. Going to stay with the Barton Cougars as of right now. I do apologize. I'm trying to get all the names down, but some of these numbers are not easy to see. As the game will go on, I think I'll get a little bit better.
I like the jerseys just for a purpose of what we're doing. It's kind of hard to see.
Yep.
Numbers, black jerseys, dark blue print and trim, and a little bit of some digital camo on shorts.
Yep, as the ball's going to get in, I believe that is Reagan with the ball. She's going to give it over to Miller. Miller's going to get it to Fatu at the top. Fatu's going to give it over to Jelinsky, as looks like their little bit of foot moves kind of made Baker fall. Now he balls back over to the Conquistadors. 21-15 in favor of the Conks. Baker's going to have it on the far side of the court. She's going to try to set something up. She's going to get into Burris. Burris is going to have the ball at the corner. She's going to look for someone around. Going to have Ewing come and look like she's going to do a screen. She gets it to Fitz. Fitz over to Maple. Burris now in the corner with it. She's looking for something to do. She's going to penetrate in a little bit. She's going to stop, pull it up. I think she's expecting maybe a foul there. And it looks like Burris is going to end up drawing herself a foul, trying to keep some defensive pressure on it. You know, one of those tough plays, if you make a play, it seems really great, but in a situation like this where you kind of get a foul call that's not very good at all, is Rowley and Morrison are going to come in for Burris and Baker.
So that was Burris' second. So she'll probably take a break for the rest of the first half.
Yep, as they're going to, Delinsky's going to be bringing the ball down the court. She's going to bring it to the far side, gives it to Miller. Miller has a wide open three and just a little bit too hard off the front of rim. Ewing brings down that rebound as Morrison's bringing the ball down the court on the far side. She gets it to Rowley. Rowley's going to get it over to Fitz. Fitz just loses the ball but manages to go back and get it. Maple's going to give her a screen. She's going to get it back into Maple. Maple's going to send it to Morrison. Morrison's going to feed it into Ewing and just a little bit too hard as she had to come back out. Ewing's going to get it to Maple. Maple's almost out of bounds, gets it out to Rowley. Morrison now has the ball. 5 seconds left as I believe Morrison's going to draw herself a foul as she penetrated in, tried to get herself two. Morrison's now going to the line.
So foul there on Reagan, almost a bailout foul. Morrison was out of control coming through the lane and went to just throw it up. And
definitely wasn't going to be a good shot if it was any shot at all.
Yes. 4:20 to go. Conks on top, 21-15 over Barton. Make that 22-15 as Morrison picks up her third point of the night.
Jelson's going to come into, I want to say that it's Fatu. I'm going to send Fatu down to the bench to get herself her break as Jelson comes back in. Morrison's second one goes up and is good. Barton Cougars now bringing a little bit faster pace here as they get it into Miller. Miller's going to penetrate in. She's got a pretty open shot just off the backboard, though. Not a good. And I believe that's Reagan. Yep, Reagan's going to get herself a shot and a foul, so she's going to the line of scrimmage for a three-point play. Right there is where you think, you know, we have Ewing and Maple both in. Those are the primary rebounders you'd see for the Conquistadors. You just like for them to go up there, grab the ball, bring it back down hard, not allow the Barton Cougars to get any of these second chances.
I was saying that foul went on Ewing. That's her second. So that'll put Reagan, a 70% free throw shooter, on the line.
She makes it. It's 23-18 now. Lady Conquistadors up as Morrison brings the ball up on this near side. She's going to get it to Maple. Maple over to Rowley on the far. She's going to look to see if she gets it into Fitz. Fitz is going to
drag the back foot.
Yep, must have just dragged her back foot there. They're going to hit her with the traveling. Delinsky going to get the ball in here on the far side of the court. She's going to dribble it in, come towards the near, looking for the coach's advice. She's going to start dribbling the ball. She's heading towards the far side. She sends it over to Jelson. Jelson over to Dixon. Dixon going to penetrate in, throw a ball up just off the mark, but it manages to fall through a lot of Lady Conquistadors' hands. Maple gets a hand on a pass going to Jelson. And Maple, I think, just kind of got her hand up there and prevented Jelson from jumping. As Jelson's going to hit the line for two.
So this is going to be Maple's first, 5th+ team foul on the Conks.
To say Conks getting a little bit of foul trouble here as they're not bringing down the rebounds that they really need. As Jelson's first is going to go in.
So Jellison 78% from the line on the year, averaging 9 points a ball game. Right now I've got her at 5.
Her second goes up and is good. Maple's going to get the ball into Morrison here. Conquistadors really needing some offensive pressure here. Got a little bit of a lull almost of their offense here as Rowley's going to have the ball down here on the near side. She's going to give it out to Maple. Maple's going to send it to Morrison. Morrison's going to dribble the ball, look to get some penetration, gets it out to Rowley. Rowley's going to penetrate a little bit as well. And they're going to call another travel on the Lady Conquistadors. Maybe a little bit of happy feet here as the ball kind of moves around. As it is now going to be the Barton Cougars ball.
Back to a 3-point game, 23-20, 3:13 to go, first half.
As Morrison covered Delinsky closely. She's going to get it out to Miller. Miller back to Jelson. Jelson to Delinsky. Delinsky to Dixon here on the nearest corner. She's going to give it over to Reagan. Reagan's going to get it back to Dixon. Dixon's going to take one shot. It's just off the mark. Morrison's going to bring that rebound down. Morrison's going to be coming down the court here. Trying to get something set up. She gets it into Fitz. Fitz trying to get it into Dale. Dale's going to dribble around, gets it out to Morrison. Oh, she would have had an open three-pointer if she caught it. still manages to take a shot from the free throw line and gets herself 2. Conks up 25-20. Down here on the other side, Dixon's going to throw it over to Reagan. Reagan's going to hold the ball, trying to see what's going on. She's going to gives it out to Delinsky. Delinsky's going to get some penetration, feeds it back to Reagan. Reagan's going to put one up just off the back of the rim.
And Maple.
I think that's a very odd call. She seemed like she was spinning on one foot, but
as Lowell was looking for an explanation there, I didn't see.
She kind of spun on one. I thought she had a plant foot, but apparently not, as they had some subs. Dale comes in along with Baker. They're looking to get the ball in. They're going to get into Jelson on the far side. They're going to get it out to Miller. Miller's going to penetrate in, and they're going to call a foul. Looked like that was pretty much all ball, and I think Rowley caught an elbow to the face.
I was going to say, Rowley picks up the foul there. It's her second. Riley looks like she caught something right in the bridge of her nose.
As I say, she's got kind of the teary-eyed, as it looks like, I want to say 24. Miller's first one goes up and is good. They're going to get Rowley on the bench here. I think she really did get clocked. Her eyes are still cloudy a little bit, as I believe Burris came in for her. Miller's second goes up and is good. They're going to get the ball back over to Baker. Baker's bringing the ball down the court now. They're going to cross half court. She's looking to get something set up here as Nelson comes down. Nelson honestly probably could just take a couple steps to put one up, and as soon as I say that, she's going to throw one up just a little bit too hard off the back as it's 2-on-2 on this other side of the court. Dixon's going to kind of let that one go. It was really a good opportunity, and it looks like she's going to feed it to Miller. Miller's going to put one up and just not good. Dale's going to bring the ball back down, gets it over to Baker. Baker now bringing the ball back down the court.
1:38 to go. Conks up 25-22.
Baker looking for something to get open, dribbling around. She's going to get to Fitz on the near side. Fitz going to dribble in. She's going to look like she's going for 2. Nope, she's going to send it out to Baker. Baker just in front of the three-point line. She's going to get it in, shoots a shot. Fitz is going to bring the rebound, however, and now they're back outside. Conquistadors going to reset on a second chance opportunity.
Alec Fitz, for only being 5'6", somehow finds a ton of rebounds on the offensive end.
As we have Baker, she's going to penetrate in, gets it to Dale. Dale from the free throw line. Doesn't get it as Fitz looked like she got trucked onto the court. Now we're going to have Delinsky bringing the ball down the court. She's going to give it over to Jelson. Jelson's going to spin back out to Delinsky. Delinsky's going to throw it into Dixon. Dixon
might have got away with a little shove off there as the arm extension and Burris hit the ground.
Baker now bringing the ball down the court. 25-24 in favor of the Conquistadors. Their lead's been cut down pretty quickly here as Baker holding the ball and trying to see what's going to go on.
Lowell giving instructions. Baker dribbling at the top.
Baker's going to penetrate in, gets to the far side. Burris is going to launch herself one just way too hard.
As I think Fitz took an elbow or a basketball or something to the nose.
Yeah, I would say Fitz is down. And this is the second Conquistador that's had something hit him in the face. We kind of wonder what's going on with that.
15 seconds to go. Conks will have the basketball back, up 25-24.
They're probably going to let Fitz take a second.
As I say, Fitz will have to come out of the game since they stopped.
I think maybe she had a contact foul. Maybe she has her hand cupped, like maybe she has a contact or something in it. I have no idea.
I don't know. She looks okay walking around.
Definitely, I think it's her left eye, maybe?
Yeah, I think that is
Ball's
contact.
now in. Delinsky's going to go out and ball. I didn't even see the ball was inbound, and Delinsky ended up instantly getting herself a foul as she kind of charged Dale. Conquistadors have 12 and a half seconds.
Say, fourth team foul. Conks will have a chance for the last shot. See who they go to.
As Baker's going to bring the ball in. 8 seconds left. She's just going to launch one from deep, and she hits it. Baker, without even hesitation, throws up a three-pointer and gets it. Jelson's going to throw one in up, and it's just a little bit off. We are going to take a quick break here now that it is halftime. We're going to be coming back with the halftime. We're going to be coming back with the B&E Waste System halftime show where we're going to talk to the boys' head coach. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Do you need to clean out a garage or shed sometime soon? Need someone to come pick it up? Call B&E Waste Systems of Dodge City and they can help you out. They serve Ford, Hodgman, Meade, and Edwards counties and specialize in roll-off and construction containers. They even provide regular service routes and one-time pickups to residential, commercial, and rural clients. Contact B&E today at 225-6580 or swing by 2301 Central Avenue to experience just how competitive their prices really are. B&E Waste Systems, you deserve a locally owned choice.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Jimmy John's, fresh baked, fresh chopped, fresh made. Now that's fresh. Subs so fast you'll freak. Subs your way, Jimmy's way, or any way. You name it, Jimmy will do it. Having a group event, office lunch, or last minute meeting, call Jimmy's. No crowd too big, no hunger too great. Visit Jimmy John's and tell them to Jimmy up your sub. These sandwiches are approved by Mama's Super Seal. Have the Jimmy. The address is 1601 West Wyatt Earp, or give them a call at 620-371-6803. Open from 10 to 10. Have the Jimmy.
Mom and Dad, maybe have that child away from home for the first time and never know when they're going to come up with that bad tooth or sore mouth. Well, you look at the phone book, there's over 70 dentists to choose from. How do you know which one to choose? Well, that's easy. Pick Kelly Hendricks DDS. Kelly's been in business for over 30 years, and hey, he's just like the rest of us.
I put my pants on one leg at a time.
Once again, when trying to find that dentist that's going to be just right for you, pick Kelly Hendricks DDS. They're located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C. Phone number 620-225-6555.
He doesn't use hands when doing a push-up. He uses his tongue. He eats salad with a spoon. He once parallel parked a locomotive. Mr. G's may not be the biggest liquor store in town, but it is the most entertaining. For all your liquor, wine, and spirits needs, it's Mr. G's.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against monsters in the closet and grass so tall it swallows small children. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Learn more at shelterinsurance.com. Wear your shield. Wear your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
It can be tough to find a good diesel mechanic. So why not trust the professionally trained mechanics at Lewis Ford? We are a full-service diesel facility and can work on any truck up to an F550. Plus, we make it affordable to get the work done. Take advantage of our oil change special where you can get 4 diesel oil changes for just $219.95. Schedule your diesel service today at Lewis Ford at Dodge City. Now open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the B&E Waste System Halftime Report. We are not going to have Coach Tucker up here for the halftime interview. Since Damon was voted off,
He talked to him, asked him if he wanted to do it, and he said he was kind of a busy man this afternoon, so I told him that if he was busy, I didn't want to be the reason that
he was late to something, which you know what, we can go ahead and
first
roll
time
with.
up here running with it, Damon out, I'm not going to be the guy that says, no, you have to do it.
Exactly. So, we are here, and we're going to look at the team stats for the first half. Lady Conquistadors leading at 28-24, playing really almost out of their mind here tonight. I mean, it's a very good game thus far. We're going to be going over first the Barton County Community College team stats. We are looking at from the field goal range. Barton has made 7 of 34, looking at 20.6%. That's almost cutting their normal percentage in half. 3-point percentage, I mean, 0 and 9. They're not hitting anything from deep at this point. looking at a 0% obviously, but their free throws, keeping them up here in tonight's game, looking at 10 out of 10 at 100% for your Lady Conquistadors. We're looking at 10 out of 31 shots, 32.3%. Looking at 3 from 11, look at 27.3%, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line, which might be the best first half of free throws the Lady Conquistadors have had all year long. Looking at a few other stats here. We're looking from Barton, and we're looking at points in the paint. Barton putting up 4, your Lady Conquistadors putting up 6. Off of turnover, we have Barton putting up 4, and your Lady Conquistadors, they're capitalizing on that at 10. Second chance points, Barton claiming on that one, looking at 10 points to Dodge City Community College's 2 points. Off fast breaks, and this might be the first time I've seen the Lady Conquistadors win this category, looking at 0 for Barton and 8 for your Lady Conquistadors. And off the bench, Lady Conquistadors, I've always said this, and we've said it in the pregame interview with the coach, they are always going to claim the points off the bench. I mean, he even said it is his real trademark on keeping everyone involved and keeping everybody's points going up. Looking at Conquistadors winning at 4 to Barton's, or winning at 7 to Barton's 4. My apologies. Now looking back up here at Barton Community College's team stats. They have 4 steals, 0 blocks, 8 turnovers, 3 assists, 24 total points, 26 total rebounds, looking at 15 defensively, 11 offensively. Now down here to your Lady Conquistadors. Lady Conquistadors have 6 steals, 2 blocks, 9 turnovers, 5 assists, looking at 28 total points, 22 total rebounds, looking at 16 defensively and 6 offensively. As you can see, a pretty close game overall here in the Dodge City Double Dome. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network. When we come back, Cameron Burney is going to be bringing up some very key player stats. We're going to see who's being the most influential as of now. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
Kelly Hendricks DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
He once deep-fried a turkey with nothing but a Zippo and a pork rind. He put the wah in shooby-doo-wah. That's right, Mr. G's Liquor Store may not be the biggest in town, but it is the most entertaining for all your liquor, wine, and spirits needs. It's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against skin knees and sibling supervillains that won't share. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. B&E Waste Systems halftime report. I'm Cameron Ray. You just heard Cole Trent go through some of the team numbers. Conch's on top, 28-24 here in Dodge City. About 6 minutes to go until the start of the second half. Barton in the first half, leading scorer Michaela Jellison, 8 points to go along with 3 boards. She was 3 of 7 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line. And Barton 100% from the floor, from the free throw line, did not hit a single 3. Taylor Reagan, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 6 on the defensive side, 3 offensively, had a steal, only committed 1 turnover. She was 2 of 7 from the floor. Natasha Dolinsky had 3 assists and 2 steals to go along with 4 points and 4 boards. She's playing a very good first half of basketball. Your Conch's leading scorer, Addison Raleigh and Allie Baker, both with 8. Raleigh 3 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 3 from deep, has not attempted a free throw, had 3 boards to go along with a steal. So she had 8, and so did Allie Baker, who was 3 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 1 from deep, hit her only free throw, had 2 boards and an assist and 2 steals. And as much as she's been the ball handler here tonight, that's impressive to see. No turnovers charged to Allie Baker. Kaylee Dale, only 2 points, but they've really run through her inside tonight. Get it into her, kind of let her kick it out and control some of that. 2 assists, 6 boards, 5 defensively, 1 offensive rebound. Nobody really in any foul trouble now. Fatu's got 2. Natasha Dolinsky's got 2. Burris and Rowley and Ewing, all 3 of them have 2. Ewing with 2 points and 2 boards. Only played 5 minutes in that first half. Conks win both quarters, win the first quarter 13-11, win the second 15-13. They're on top by 4 with 4:07 to go until the start of the second half. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
Most people think they can get a cheaper oil change somewhere else. But at Lewis Ford, our oil changes are both professional and affordable. With our oil change 4-pack, you get 4 conventional oil changes for just $69.99. That's just $17.50 an oil change. Then you'll have the peace of mind knowing that your car or SUV is being taken care of by a factory-trained employee at a price you can afford. Schedule your oil change today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City and mention the oil change 4-pack. Lewis Ford, open Saturdays from 9 until 4. Hey, Bill, getting quite a pile of trash in your backyard there.
Yep.
Thinking you maybe ought to do something about it?
Yep.
Would you like me to put you in contact with a locally owned and top quality rated trash removal service?
Yep.
Well, let me put you in contact with my boys at B&E Waste Systems. They're located right here in Dodge City. They take care of a commercial, residential, rural, and regular service routes or one-time pickups. Does that sound okay for you, Bill?
Yep.
Well, give them a call today, 620-225-6580.
Thank you.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Jimmy John's, fresh baked, fresh chopped, fresh made. Now that's fresh. Subs so fast you'll freak. Subs your way, Jimmy's way, or any way. You name it, Jimmy will do it. Having a group event, office lunch, or last minute meeting, call Jimmy's. No crowd too big, no hunger too great. Visit Jimmy John's and tell them to Jimmy up your sub. These sandwiches are approved by Mama's Super Seal. Have the Jimmy. The address is 1601 West Wyatt Earp, or give them a call at 620-371-6803. Open from 10 to 10. Have the Jimmy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. B&E Waste Systems halftime report. About a minute and a half to go until the start of the second half. We're going to just look at some numbers around the country. Top 25 basketball, the only game in the conference right now that's going on that's got a score posted is Labette at Highland. Highland on top of that one, 82-68 with 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. High scoring game there in Highland. Look at top 25 around the country. Number 1, Villanova, after going down to St. John earlier this week, knocks off Butler 86-75. Oklahoma State knocks off number 19 in the country, West Virginia, 88-85. And how about this? Baylor, unranked, on top of number 10, Kansas in Lawrence, 30-20 at the break. Iowa State on top of number 17 in the country, Oklahoma, 45-35 there. Miami on top of Boston College, 44-43. North Carolina trailing NC State, 37-35 at half. And Xavier just underway there, 11 minutes to go in the first half, on top of Creighton, 18-15. And Cole, what are we looking at? Cole's keys to the second half.
Control the turnovers. You know, the one thing that the Conquistadors are losing, and granted it's only led by 2, or only by 1 rather, I feel like there's been far more turnovers that maybe just weren't found on who they were supposed to be, or I don't know. I think if the Conquistadors could control the ball a little bit better, I mean, they had a really great first half of just controlling the ball and moving it, but they had a few mistakes in which Barton
was able to get back into the game. They led at one point with 5:46 to go in the first quarter. They were on top 9-0 and just looked unstoppable, did Dodge.
Yep, and so my biggest thing is I just think that they got to come out and they got to return to their defensive presence. It seems there towards the end they're maybe getting a little bit antsy. They weren't pulling rebounds down like they should. They weren't doing a lot of things like they should.
As we're getting set here, 28-24, Dodge on top at the break. See if they can hold on and pull this one off.
As we have our second half, starters coming in at Rowley, Baker, Dale, Nelson, and Burris, the original 5.
Starting 5.
The originals.
Conk's going to have the ball first.
As I'm going to try to, right now, register all of who is out on the court for Barton so I don't have to look to my paper after searching for the name. As Baker's going to have the ball on the far side of the court. She's drilling it back towards us here to the near side. She's going to get it to Rowley. Rowley is looking to get it into Dale. Decides she's going to get a screen from Nelson. She's going to get some penetration and just could not get the ball. Oh, and then, what?
Baker somehow came away.
I was about to say, Baker came away with the pass, and I believe they're going to get Dale with a foul there. I could not tell you
that
exactly.
That was a weird series of events right there.
I think you stole my starters.
Sorry, I stole your paper.
Who has my starters?
Is this paper?
Yeah. Cameron Burney's over here stealing my starters.
No, I'm borrowing without intent of return.
Okay. As we are back down the court, I believe that is Reagan. Can't try to put a ball up. I believe Dale blocked her, and maybe a little bit more acting there, as the official says that he hit her in the face. I think the ball might have returned.
I think the ball might have hit her back in the face. I don't think Dale. Oh, they got Rowley. Rowley picks up her third.
It's kind of interesting.
I don't know.
As Reagan's first goes up and drops in.
She's got 7. So Fitt's going to come in for Rowley, and that was kind of a weird series of events there.
Yeah, definitely a little odd, but Reagan's going to put up another one, and it is in. Baker now bringing the ball back down the court.
Barton still perfect from the free throw line tonight, 12 of 12. That's how you win basketball games.
Burris here on the near side. Burris not having too hot of a game. You'd like to see her pick it up here in the second half. Fitz now on the far side. Going to get it to Nelson. Nelson's going to get back to Burris. Burris is going to feed it into Dale. Dale's going to dribble, and it just got poked out by Dolinsky. As she's going to go, she's going to throw herself up too. She's going to get her first 2 of the second half rather. Baker now treating it like a track race. She's bringing it back down the court right away. Burris now, she's going to get some penetration, gets it back out to Nelson. Nelson over to Fitz. Fitz now is going to get herself a little bit of penetration. And just another one of those passes where it feels like, I don't know if Nelson's not anticipating it or maybe it's just something not planned out very well, as Jelson's going to bring the ball back down the other side. And she's going to get herself to Barton, now leading the Conquistadors 28-30.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first lead of the ball game for Barton.
Yep, it is. Burris going to throw herself up 3, and it was just off the mark. As there's a fight for the ball, Dale getting her good job of getting her hands on it, but it is going to go back to Barton.
8:22 to go. Barton with the first lead for them of the ball game, 30-28.
Yep, you'd like to see the Lady Conquistadors kind of get out of this third quarter hole low spot they normally get themselves into.
They can kind of have a lull in the third quarter sometimes, and that can cost them. They need to pick it up here on the defensive end.
Penetrate in. She ran all the way around the court, threw a ball up, and they're going to say it's out on Ashley Nelson.
As Ewing going to come in for Dale.
Looks like Dolinsky is going to inbound it here. Dolinsky looking for somebody to get it into. Looks like she's going to get it into Fatu. Fatu, wild shot. As Dolinsky still managed to pickpocket the ball back out, and she throws it back up. Still no good. Baker's going to pull down the rebound. She's bringing it back down the court. She's going to get herself some penetration. It just got poked out by, I want to say, Miller here. As she's going to bring the ball back down. She's going to get it to Fatu. Fatu's going to penetrate in. And they're going to call it a foul on, I want to say Nelson there. I believe that was who was right.
Yep, they got Nelson with her. I think it's her first.
Yep. Delinsky, she's on
already the third team foul on the Conks of the third quarter.
They're going to stop to make sure that Jelson ties a shoe. Good eyes on the referee official part. But to say, I'll be honest, I probably would never look for that.
7:41 to go, 30-28, Barton on top.
Delinsky to inbound the ball here. She's going to get into Jelson. Jelson just going to throw one up. Pretty wild shot. Think she may get into pulling down the rebound, I say. As she throws another one up just off the mark. They're just continuously throwing the ball up.
Ooh, as Fatu going to hit the ground hard. As
she's still down.
She got hit hard.
I was going to say, I think that was one of those where she went up in the air and just everybody's pushing on one another. Kind of
had her legs come out from under her and hit the ground hard. Foul going to go on Nelson as they're looking at her now. Underneath the basket. As I think they're going to set her up here, so that's a good sign.
Yep.
As looking like probably a head injury. Head bounced off the ground.
Just the way of the bounce, yep. A little bit of a ring your bell kind of scenario.
As Stapleton gets set to check back into the ball game, and Jalen Stapleton did not score. Averages 14 a night on the year. Has not scored yet.
You know, we did hear a couple things about, we heard about the Barton player being a little bit sick. So maybe that was what was going on there.
So I was just going to say we're going to take a break. When she comes back, we'll come back, but they just stood her up, so.
Definitely a good sign. No.
Yep.
Hopefully no serious injury.
She's smiling. I say now she's standing on the free throw. I think she's going to have to come out because they stopped play for her. So.
But she was the one that was fouled on for the free
So
throw.
now whoever they bring in will shoot the free throw. So it should be. Oh, they brought Madison Dirks in instead of Stapleton. So.
Dirk's going to go to the free throw line. She's going to drain them. I still think Barton's at 100% on the free throw line
13
so far.
for 13 from the line. We probably just jinxed them, though.
And the Casters jinx, man. Like we can't comment on anything without it going the opposite direction. As Baker now has the ball, gives it over to Nelson. Nelson to Fitz on this near side. Fitz looking to maybe get it over. Oh, she sends it back to Burris. Burris going to dribble to the far side, gets it into Maple. Maple almost loses it out of bounds, does a good job about getting the ball back into Burris. Burris gets it to Baker. Baker's going to dribble it back this way. Nelson's going to set a screen. Baker going to throw one up. I think it was tipped.
Yep.
I was to say, that's
shot clock will not reset. So 3 on the shot clock. Conks will inbound under their own basket.
So you almost wonder if you can make Baker, you have maybe Burris or maybe Maple inbound this for him and get Baker a good shot at the basket.
I see them going something inside.
Definitely.
Try to get Dale, and just as I say that.
Fitz going to throw one up, and I think, nope, must not have. Jelson pulls the ball down anyway. It's going back the other way. Delinsky coming down the far side of the court. She's going to swing it around here to Reagan. Reagan's going to get to Miller. Miller's looking to get it back into Reagan on the inside. She looked like she's going to feed it to Jelson. Never mind. She's going to dribble it back out. Reagan about the three-point. And Reagan going to get called for the travel.
Yep.
Kind of
Happy feet. Caught it and took a little hop before she took off.
Yep, kind of the same scenario of what was going on with the Conquistadors earlier in the game. When so much movement and everything else is going around, it's kind of tough to get the processing going before, you make everything else work. And it looks like Coach Lowell is going to be taking a timeout. We'll take one with him. Conks are down now, 31-28. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, you're getting kind of a snaggletooth there.
Yep.
Do I need to put you in contact with a good dentist?
Nope, but I bet you're going to anyways.
You bet I am. Kelly Hendricks, the official dentist of the Sports Sound radio station, has been practicing family dentistry for over 30 years. You got a family, Bill?
Nope, not that I know of.
Well, give old Kelly a call today and set an appointment up for yourself at 620-225-6555. And they take care of the whole family, Bill, from infants to adults.
All right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here on the Conch Radio Network. Lady Conquistadors have yet to score in this third quarter, but have kept it pretty close thus far. We need them to just kind of get us basket here to maybe stop the bleeding just a little bit.
So Barton starts the second half on a 7-0 run so far.
Yep, Baker's going to send it to Burris. Burris is about the top. She's going to send it over to Fitz. Fitz sends it back out to Baker. Baker sends it back to Fitz. Gets to Dale at the corner. Dale might try to get it into Maple. Maple sends it back out to Fitz. Sends it back to Fitz. Fitz getting the ball a lot here. She's going to launch herself one in it just a little bit too hard. It was a pretty good look by Fitz here.
They left it just a little too hard. Conch still can't get anything to drop in the third quarter.
Dolinsky sends it to believe that is Reagan down there over there in the far corner. She sends it to Miller on just the inside. Sends it back to Jelson. Jelson's going to dribble in, sends it over. Dolinsky now here on the near side of the ball. A little bit of happy feet. She's trying to go up against Baker. And I believe Maple just poked that one right out from underneath her there. As Fitz is going to bring the ball back down, and just a little off. Dale's going to bring back and just strong arm the ball away from him, as she's doing a great job of keeping hold of that ball. We said it earlier that Conquistadors need to have a firm grip on the ball and pull it out. She does that 3 times, ends up drawing a foul for the Lady Conquistadors. They're getting the ball, I believe, underneath their basket.
Yep. As Morrison checks in for Alec Fitz.
And Fitz running straight to the locker room. Hopefully we're not looking at any injury there. As Dale's going to get the ball on the inbound, she's going to give it back over to Baker. Baker's going to dribble the ball. She's going to get the penetration. And I think they're calling...
Going to be a foul underneath.
22?
On Dolinsky. That'll be her third.
I think that might have been the wrong call. Dolinsky was on the far side of the court unless they weren't calling it on the ball handler maybe.
Either way, Dolinsky comes out. Stapleton back into the ball game, averaging 14 a game on the night and hasn't scored today.
Yep, Morrison now going to get a lot of penetration. She kind of a rainbow shot up. Ball's kind of in a scramble position. Morrison keeping a pretty good defense down the court. Morrison showing her athletic ability. I mean, she is just in her face. As she's going to send it over to Reagan. Reagan's going to launch a high arcing three.
Actually, that was Dirks.
Was that Dirks? I apologize. Dirks launching a high arcing three. Allie Baker, however, bringing the ball back down the court. Almost look like she was going to go for herself, just get herself another 2. She's going to feed it into Dale. Dale's going to dribble around, little dribble out, puts one up just a little bit off the mark. Jelson's going to bring that one down. Giving the ball to Miller. Miller's going to end up traveling, sending it back the Conquistadors' way.
The Conch still 4:41 to go in the third quarter and still haven't been able to get any points on the board. Barton on a 10-0 run to start the second half.
This is where the Conquistadors really need to stop the bleeding a little bit here. They just need to get a little bit of points, nothing spectacular, and just come out for the fourth and be ready. As Baker's getting some stuff set up, she doesn't like what she sees. She gets over to Morrison on the far side. Morrison over to Burris. Burris looking, gets it over to Baker. Baker's going to be on this near side, gets it into Maple. Maple's going to dribble around. She's going to throw 2 up almost, and Nelson just came in a little bit too hot. Ended up getting herself a foul. I think Nelson's going to be there with 3. It seemed like she got all 3 of hers in the snap of her finger.
Yep, and that'll now mean free throws for Taylor Reagan. As Ortiz is going to come in for Morrison. So now, yes, the officials will confirm it that it will be 2 shots for Reagan. 34-28, Barton on top.
Yep, Barton only missing 1 so far today as they drain another one.
Reagan got 9 on the night, 78% from the line on the year. Barton, as a team, shoots 74% as she missed the second one.
As Baker coming back down the court with the ball. She's about at the top. She sends it over to Ortiz. Ortiz over to Burris. Burris to Baker. Baker's launching herself a three. It looked pretty good, but just a little bit short. And I think Nelson tried to get a cheap one out of bounds there, but it will be going back Barton's way. As I believe that is Stapleton bringing the ball down the court here. Coming to this near side, she's going to throw it over to Jelson. Jelson over to Reagan. Reagan's going to give it over to Miller. Miller's going to penetrate in a little bit, gets it back over to Stapleton. Stapleton, nice pass, managed to get it right behind Burris as they're going to, they're going to call.
Walk on Dirks.
Walk on Dirks there. Ball's coming back to the Conquistadors. As the Barton fans, not a huge fan of that call. Baker's going to give it over here to Burris on this near side. Gets it over to Ortiz. From Ortiz back to Baker. Baker's sending it back to Burris. Burris going to shoot herself a three. And it's just rattling out as Baker comes in and manages to steal it away. Blocked when she tried to put the ball back up. It is now a 1v1. Burris versus Stapleton. Burris doing a good job as she ended up fouling Stapleton pretty hard there.
So Stapleton go to the line to shoot two. As Burris picks up her third.
I think that was one of those deals. Burris kind of had to flip her hips and jump at the same time, and had kind of a winding spin there whenever she went to block the ball. Stapleton's going to put her one, and it is good.
Stapleton with her first points of the ball game. 83% from the line on the year as Dale and Rally check in for Burris and Nelson. Conks yet to get a basket or any points for that matter here in the third quarter.
As Stapleton's second goes straight in. As Baker, she's bringing the ball back down the court for your Lady Conquistadors. Fitz coming back out of the locker room. Baker's going to get it into Rally. Rally's going to dribble it out. She's going to get a little bit of penetration in. She sees Dale was open and just a mental block there. I think she, in her mind, she wanted to pass it to Dale, but just didn't want to get it stolen away and just took a step, just a little bit of a brain fart there as Stapleton bringing the ball back down the court. Stapleton's going to pressure in. She's going to go to the far side, gets it out to Dirks, I believe. Dirks to Miller. Miller's going to now penetrate in. She's launching it inside. It was a pretty wild pass. Conquistadors might have been able to do something with it, but she's now going to get into Stapleton. Stapleton, that's an interesting one because it looked like Stapleton got her hands on it, but it went out of bounds.
I think they're going to say that Maple deflected it last. So 10 on the shot clock for Barton under their own basket.
Stapleton's to get ready to inbound. She's going to get it in to Reagan. Reagan's going to feed it back out to Stapleton. Short time, about 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
And going to be an offensive foul, a hold on Reagan underneath, I think.
There's a little bit of a break for the Lady Conquistadors there.
Third team foul called on Barton here. 2:39 to go. Conks have got to get on the board here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they definitely got to get something moving here.
They've been outscored 13-0. As Reagan just picked up her third.
I didn't even see where that one had came from, to be honest.
She was trying to follow Rally around on the top, coming off of a ball screen and just ran into Baker.
Ortiz here to inbound it in, gets it into Baker. Conquistadors having a little bit more life here. A little bit late in the third quarter to start getting a lot of life. Ortiz here on the near side gets to Rally. Rally's got one, looks a little bit too hard. She's still going to get a rebound, however, though. Gets it back out to Dale, gets it back out to Baker. A little bit of a second chance in area for the Lady Conquistadors. She's going to get it into Dale. Baker's going to launch another one, and Baker just drops it. Another 3 points for Allie Baker. As Coach Lowell's going to say we're going to take a timeout after something like that, and we're going to go ahead and take one with him. You're listening to the Conk Radio Network.
He learned Pig Latin from a pig.
Wyme, hovercraft A, is way, off A, off way, eels way.
Which means my hovercraft is full of eels. Mr. G's may not be the biggest liquor store in town, but it is the most entertaining. For all your beer, wine, and liquor needs, it's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against monsters in the closet and grass so tall it swallows small children. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Learn more at shelterinsurance.com. Wear your shield. Wear your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as I lost my microphone there for a second.
I thought you just had the mic turned way down.
I had no idea. I was like, where did it go? But we're back here at the Lady Conquistadors. I believe it is Stapleton and Reagan kind of passing it back and forth to get it down the court. Over here on this near side to Miller. Miller gets it out to Jelson, back to the far side to Stapleton. Stapleton going to get some penetration in here and run face first into Dale. Dale's going to manage to come up with the ball as she gets it over to Baker. Baker's going to dribble it down this near side as Stapleton pokes it out. Gets it to Maple, over to Ortiz. Ortiz gets it back to Baker, gives it over to Rowley. Rowley over to Maple. Maple dribbles, trying to get it into Dale, and it looked like
Kicked ball,
Really,
yep.
it looks like Dirks, or is that Miller?
Yeah, no. Dirks.
Dirks managed to kick it out of
Dirks
bounds.
and Reagan look a lot alike
what
for
to say.
anybody listening. They're both about
The same.
5'10", same hair color, same build.
Very tough.
The only difference is one of them's wearing 11 and one of them's wearing 21.
Yep. And Baker over here at the top with the ball. She's going to throw a little bit of a mid-range just off the mark as it went off to the side. Conquistadors doing a good job of coming back on defense here. They're going to give it over to Miller. Miller shoots a deep three, but just a little bit too hard, as I believe that's Dirks managed to run in and grab the ball. They're going to give it to Miller, and I want to say that's either on Dale or Ortiz managed to get a foul.
If it's on Dale, it's her third.
Yeah, but it is on Dale.
So great play there by Dirks, though, to run that one down, save it, and throw it right to Miller. She knocks down her first one. And
Alec Fitz and Michaela Ewing coming checking into the ball game with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go in the third.
say, and the Conks, you said it during the break, only trail by 7, and they've only scored 3 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping themselves in a position to come back and get this, but they got to start doing something. Baker now bringing the ball back down the court. Coming here to the near side, gives it over to Fitz. Fitz back to Baker. Baker's going to get into Michaela Ewing, and I don't know how they managed to let her in, but she got blocked a little bit as Dale pulls her rebound down, and Dale gets fouled going back up. Michaela Ewing, I don't know how she pulls off just getting wide open in the paint.
For as big as she is, she's sneaky about how to get in there and get into position. So Dale on the rebound, they'll go to the line 50% from the line on the year, and she left the first one short. 57 seconds on the game clock. 39-31, Barton on top.
As Morrison's here to ready to check in, as Dale keeping that 50%, keeping herself up. Actually, I believe she drained her first two in the first half, so I think she's technically 3 for 4.
She's 3 of 4 from the line.
As Morrison comes in for Rowley. Rowley, I'm assuming, getting a little bit of a break until the fourth. Again, Matt Morrison, we've seen her come in and show just how much of an athlete she is and on the defensive side of the ball.
And the Conks here are going to pick up a little bit of full court pressure, maybe a little zone trap.
Yep, and they're going to get the ball in. I believe Stapleton's out there on the edge. They're going to get it into they got it into Reagan. They got it into Reagan, and she managed to try to put the ball up. I believe Baker just had a full-on hand on it, and it's going to be coming back on the other side. Definitely not a bad call.
So the Conks here with a chance to cut into the lead at 7 now. Try to make it a 2-possession game.
Baker's going to, a lot of passing for the Conquistadors. Dale now on the far side. She's going to get it out to the top with Morrison. Morrison to Baker. Baker gets it into Ewing, back out to Dale. Dale's going to throw one up a little bit of mid-range, and it just bounces out. That's kind of an unlucky scenario for him. As Stapleton has the ball down the court, she's going to get herself 2. You got to give her credit there because she was definitely a little bit of a crazy movement there. She managed to throw up that basketball and get herself a basket. 8 seconds left for the Conquistadors. as Maple just pulls up and knocks it out. 2-1, and Baker's gonna get it again. She puts one up, and it goes in.
She hit it.
Oh, and they're gonna call it off.
Oh.
No, that's, maybe.
Oh, man, Allie Baker knocked down the three, got the steal on the inbounds with about 2 seconds, and just threw up a prayer from about 30 feet and banked it in, but the official's going to wave it off.
All right, well, that's the end of the third.
Wow.
We're coming back in the fourth with a lot of game left to play. You're listening to the Conch Radio Network.
It can be tough to find a good diesel mechanic. So why not trust the professionally trained mechanics at Lewis Ford? We are a full-service diesel facility and can work on any truck up to an F550. Plus, we make it affordable to get the work done. Take advantage of our oil change special where you can get 4 diesel oil changes for just $219.95. Schedule your diesel service today at Lewis Ford at Dodge City. Now open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
B&E Waste of Dodge City wants you to check out the competitive rates before you sign another contract. You deserve a locally owned choice. B&E serves Ford, Meade, Hodgman, and Edwards County. They offer commercial, residential, regular service routes, or one-time pickups. So let's get that shed cleaned out. No more excuses. Call B&E Waste Systems in Dodge City. The address is 2301 Central Ave, and the phone is 225-6580. Let B&E Waste be your very own trash provider.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are down into the fourth quarter, 35-41. Barton in the lead, but a very close game and a lot of game left to be played. As Baker has the ball, she's over here. She's going to get it into Fitz. Fitz going to dribble around. She's looking to get in Ewing. Not going to happen. Gets it out to Rowley. Back out to Baker. Baker's going to launch it over to Fitz. Fitz to Rowley. Rowley's going to dribble over. She's going to get into Ewing. Ewing in a perfect position. This is where she wants to be. Throws 2, and she has an opportunity for a three-point play.
Nice move there by Michaela Ewing.
And we've talked about her being so dangerous on both sides of the ends of the court, and that's definitely what you want to see from her. As the Conquistadors now closing the lead a little bit more, 37-41, as Ewing drains hers, 38-41 in favor of Barton. This is probably the most competitive game the Lady Conquistadors have played thus far, as they're going to trap Jelinski in the corner. They're going to get the ball in. Jolson has the chance of the shot. As she's going to miss it, goes on top of the ball of the backboard, and I think that's a
nice hustle play. They're going to call it jump ball.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure how far you have to slide in order for it to be counted a travel.
So Dale came diving in from the backside block and was able to tie it up. So the Conchs defense going to keep them in this one. It kept them in it in the third quarter.
Jelinski getting the ball in to Stapleton. Stapleton now going to have it on the near side. Gets it to Jelson. Jelson back out to Stapleton. Stapleton's going to get some penetration in. Looked like it was a pass to, I want to say Jelson.
So Jelson was cutting and Dale poked it out.
I was saying it was kind of a toss-up, but who poked it out? It seemed like 2 hands were there pretty quickly. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to get something going here. Lady Conquistadors need to keep playing good defense, as I want to say Fatu gets herself.
Fatu for 2.
Yep, Fatu for 2. As she gets herself a basket with really short time on the shot clock. Alex Fitz on the far side of the court. She's going to get it over to Rowley on the far corner. Rowley's going to dribble it over, gets it over to Baker. Baker over to Dale. Dale's going to get it into Fitz. Fitz looked to get to the Ewing, didn't see it, gets it over to Baker. Baker's wide open, and it is just off the mark. Lady Conquistadors need to get back on defense here, as I believe that is Reagan with a nice little jumper right there in front of Rowley.
So Rowley set up to take the charge, and Reagan with the court awareness to stop ahead of her and put up a little 10-footer.
Yep, and now Fitz over on the far side, gets it to Rowley. Rowley back over to Baker. Baker's going to dribble in, gets it off the corner, gets it into Dale. Dale back to Baker. Baker's going to throw a pretty mid-range jumper just off the mark. However, Fitz in there battling for the rebound, but she's battling 3 other Barton Cougars in order to get there.
That's going to be a carry.
They're going to call a carry on Delinsky. Delinsky's going to give the ball back to the Conquistadors.
8:10 to go, 45-38. Close ball game here in Dodge.
Dale's going to get it into Baker. Baker's going to bring the ball down the court here. Looking to see what's going on here. She's going to get over to Rowley. Rowley's going to get a screen from Ewing, gets a little bit of penetration, sends it back over to Ewing. Rowley's going to get a ball back in. Almost a travel there, as Baker's going to have the ball back at the top. Baker's going to dribble it around. I think almost they want to try to get into Ewing the way they're the movement's going. She's going to dribble it to Ewing and back to Baker. And Baker's going to go ahead and say, you're going to leave me for half a second? I'm going to go ahead and put 3 more up on the board.
Allie Baker with 17 tonight.
Just insane plays from her so far. As we're now on the opposite side of the court, Jelson's going to throw the ball up just off the mark. Baker's going to pull the ball back down and starts. It's a track meet for her. She doesn't care about the speed of everyone else. She's going to come here on the near side. She's going to send it to Fitz. Fitz is going to send it out to Baker on the far corner. Or Dale on the far corner, I apologize. Dale sends it to Rowley over to Baker.
Thought Baker was going to shoot that.
Yeah, I did too. Dale's going to dribble it in, gets it to Rowley. Rowley's a little bit of footwork, going to give it to Dale. Dale's going to get it left open again, and it's just off the edge, and Ewing just couldn't pull it back down, and she was kind of behind. Baker's going to come back and steal the ball, and then she's going to get the ball stolen from her. As there's 4v1 now on the opposite side of the court. Kind of a misplay after a good play. The Conquistadors still in this game. As I had a dirty look from a Barton fan there. Maybe I need to escort it out of here after the game. Who knows? But
I got your back.
Baker's going to get to Rowley here on the near side. Rowley's going to dribble in, put one up, and just off the mark. Conquistadors not getting the rebounding that they're really needing as Stapleton's bringing the ball down the court. She's going to penetrate in, and a lot of good moves from her as she gets past probably
a very nice Euro step around Dale.
It is now 41-49 in favor of Barton. Baker has the ball down this side of the court, sends it to Fitz on the opposite side. Fitz going to dribble around, see if maybe what she wants to do, sends it to Baker. Baker's going to get a screen from Ewing. She's going to penetrate in. They're not going to go on to her very much, and Baker's going to put up 2 more.
Allie Baker with 19 on the night. Conks back to within 6.
Now a little bit more full court pressure here as Fitz follows Delinsky down the court. Delinsky's going to throw it into Fatu. Fatu's going to throw up a pretty wild shot and a pretty late foul call there. I didn't really call the foul until after the ball hit the backboard.
And they're going to get Rowley with her 4th.
That
one's a little confusing. I didn't see where Rowley was in there. I thought they were going to get Ewing if they got anybody.
Yeah, kind of an odd call there against the Conquistadors, but Fatu's going to put one up and completely missed that one.
Back in the day, they'd start some kind of chant.
I was saying, it used to be that there'd be a lot of chants being made given the fact that was a free throw. But Fatu misses her first. She's going to be coming back to the line.
On the year, I got her at 40% from the line.
So not the typical free throw shooter for Lady Barton Cougars, and she sinks the second one.
She's got 3 on the night, averages 7 a game on the season. 7-point game, 5:40 to go.
Baker now bringing the ball down the court, sends it over to Fitz. Fitz gets kind of pickpocketed there by, I believe, Dixon. Dixon's now going to bring the ball down the court. A lot of fancy dribbling. She's going to throw up a pretty wild shot. Fatu's going to bring the ball back down. And Ewing just completely had her hand on the ball, prevented any shot. They're going to call it a jump. I believe that's going back to the Lady Conquistadors.
Yep. But how about the play of Allie Baker tonight? 19, including 6 of the 7 in the third quarter for the Conks. When they needed a basket, she came into the ball game and said, okay, guys, give me the ball. Let me take this over.
Yep, now Fitz at the top. She's going to penetrate in, get it to Nelson. Nelson over to Baker. Baker's going to dribble around a little bit. She's going to give it to Burris. Burris can get it into Alex Fitz. Alex Fitz, pretty good move there. Just could not quite get it to go up in her favor. As we got a little bit of full court pressure here from the Lady Conquistadors. Over to Dixon. Dixon again a little bit of fancy moves with the ball. We're going to get it over to Reagan. Reagan over to Delinsky. Delinsky over to Jolson. Jolson's going to get back to Delinsky. Delinsky going to toss it up really to Fatu. Fatu at about the free throw line. Sends it over to Jelson. Jelson's going to throw one right up right away. And Ewing, she's making sure she's getting that rebound. She almost fought Ashley Nelson for it. Now Baker bringing the ball back down the court, gives it over to Burris. Burris tried getting it into Ewing. Baker ended up getting the ball that was free, gets it into Ewing, and Ewing throws up 2 points.
5-point ball game, 4:19 to go.
Conquistadors battling their way and trying to stay alive in here as they're going to get Baker a little bit of contact there.
That's only Baker's second, I believe.
Yep, that's what it looks
like. It's only the second team, so no free throws yet. Barton only been called for 1 foul as I think Morrison checks into the ball game for Fitz.
Yep, Morrison again. She's one of those defensive players that just oh, and she steals the ball right up from Delinsky. She's going to go through a hoop and get herself too. Morrison, just like as soon as we want to say anything about her, she just instantly went out there and outplayed Delinsky, as she did not anticipate it. She's going to give it over to Dixon. Dixon at the front. She's using some ball handling. She's dribbling in. She's going to get it out to, I want to say, Dirks. Dirks is going to get over to Dixon again. Dixon penetrates in. Going to go up for a shot, and
going to be a charge underneath.
Dixon. Lady Conquistadors, this is where you want to be right now. As we have some smart subs by Coach Lowell getting Morrison in there at literally the perfect time for her to just go pickpocket that ball and go and just lay it right on up. It is a 3-point ball game right now.
They're going to bring Dale back in for Ewing. 3:52 to go. Still a lot of time left in this one. Conks fighting their way back into this one after trailing by, I think it was 9 at one point.
Now we have Nelson here at the top with the ball. She's going to penetrate in, loses the ball a little bit, gets it to Baker. Baker here on the near corner. She's going to hurl it to the Burris on the opposite side, who gets it to Dale. Dale, Burris, or Baker back at the top. She's going to penetrate in and denying all odds, not even having a firm grip on the ball, puts up 2:49.50. Oh, and she almost swiped that ball out of the hands of Stapleton.
Baker didn't like the call.
It was a tough call. I mean, there's probably a little bit more contact than you want to see. But again, it was with the ball. You know, it's one of those tough scenarios you got to see.
Yep. As Baker picks up her third there. Third team foul. 1-point ball game. Allie Baker with 21 tonight.
As they're going to get it into Stapleton. Stapleton come bring the ball past half court. Almost tripped there, I thought. She's got a really good footwork on her. She's now going to keep me here on the near side. She's going to throw it over there to Dirks, I believe. Now back over here to Delinsky. Delinsky's going to dribble the ball around the court, gets it back over to, actually, I want to say that was Reagan, not Dirks. Now we have the ball over here with Stapleton. Stapleton's going to get into Fatou. Fatou's going to dribble the ball in. Maybe must have got a little bit of happy feet going again.
Fatou walks with it, so the Conks with a chance to take their first lead since midway through the third quarter. As
Baker now bringing the ball back down the court, just now crossing half court. She's bringing a little bit, slowing the game down a little bit here. She's going to throw it over to Burris. Burris is going to get it into Dale, actually. Dale's going to dribble the ball, see if she can get anything going here.
Going to be a foul underneath
Jellison,
on
I believe.
Jellison.
That's about the only person I could see. As I think she might have put her foot out a little bit too far.
So that's 3 now on Michaela Jellison.
Ewing checking herself back into the ball game.
Going to bring out Dale. So 2:37 to go. Conks, fresh 30 on the shot clock, so they got a chance to take the lead back.
Baker here to inbound it. Going to get it out to Rowley.
So they're trying to go to Rowley.
But looks like Delinsky.
She was there, but Delinsky, very nice heads-up play there to catch it with her foot.
As they're going to get it into Burris. Burris throws one up right away, gets her own rebound. She's going to get it back out to Nelson. Baker now has it at the top. Nelson's going to dribble in. She's going to get some penetration. And I don't know who they're going to get.
There could be 2 or 3 different.
I was about to say, there was a little bit of a scrum going on down there.
Ooh, and they're going to get Reagan. That's going to be her 4th, so that's big.
Yeah, so that's a very big. Reagan being a very large impact in this game so far.
Coach Clark going to stay with her, though.
Baker getting the ball into Burris. Burris gets it into Ewing. Ewing's going to give the ball to Baker, and it looks like Delinsky poked it on out.
Delinsky, a very quick player on the defensive end, tipping a lot of passes this afternoon.
And also for being the ball handler, again, I mean, she's been all over the court and very good ball handling skills. She's going to, as they get it into Baker, Baker gets to Burris. Burris just about had a wide open.
I thought Burris was going to take that.
They're going to get it into Rowley. Rowley now. She's going to give it into Ewing. Ewing's going to dribble, gets it out to Burris. Again, Burris, wide open 3, and she drills it right when the Conquistadors need it. I believe we're going to get a timeout called in the court. We're going to take one with them. Conquistadors are rolling right now as Coach Lowell's even screaming at the student section. You'll listen to the Conch Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
We'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Life's full of decisions, and one of the decisions you're going to have to make, do I still keep coming back to this hack dentist?
They're killing me, Whitey. They're killing me.
And with over 70 choices in the Yellow Pages, how do you know which dentist to pick? Well, that's easy. You pick Kelly Hendricks, DDS. Kelly's been in business for over 30 years, and he has comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. It's located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City, Kansas. Phone number 620-225-6555. Kelly Hendricks, the dentist, is just like us.
I put my pants on one leg at a time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 52-50. Conks regain the lead. It's a
Fired up
atmosphere
crowd
right now. It is probably, I'm complaining about the sound in here a lot, but right now it is probably the most electric place to be playing in it currently. As Stapleton's bringing the ball down the court. She's going to dribble it inbound at the elbow. She's going to get it into to Reagan, and Reagan, I think, just walked with it a little bit as they're just going to go back the other direction.
Wow. I said at the start, the Conks hold them into high 50s, low 60s. They've got a legitimate shot, and at 52-50, Conks on top, and Allie Baker playing the game of her Conk career with 21 tonight.
Yep, as Rowley now gets the ball into Ewing. Ewing's going to dribble. I thought she was going to go for a burst. Faked a shot three. She's going to get back to Ewing. Ewing's taking a little mid-range jumper, and it just bounces out. Kind of a rough scenario. Conquistadors doing a great job of getting back on the defensive side.
Minute and a half to go. Got to play defense.
Stapleton's got to send it over to Dolinsky. Dolinsky's looking for something to go. She's going to ship it back to Miller. Miller's going to get it into Jelson. Jelson, pretty wild shot. Might have gotten a hand on it as
Baker somehow going to pick up her fourth.
That's an interesting call by the... She said it hold, but her hands were back.
Say, I thought she had one hand out to the side and one hand up. That's Baker's fourth. So 1:22 to go. Barton with the ball.
That's a good job by Ashley Nelson poking the ball back out.
1:21 to go.
Playing some good defense here for the Lady Conquistadors. As Stapleton now looking to inbound. He gets it into Miller this time. Miller over to Reagan. Reagan to Dolinsky. Dolinsky's going to ship it back over to Stapleton. Stapleton's going to get some penetration in.
No call underneath, so they're going to call it a big block by Burris.
And now Baker's going to be bringing the ball back down the court. As we have a few fans jumping up in very red faces. As
So
Burris
the Conks, with 58 to go, 18 on the shot clock, running some clock right now. If you can get a basket here at the end of the shot clock, this would be insanely.
Ewing just did not have very good control over it, but they're going to
And the shot clock's going to reset on this, so the
Conks. They need to go
Conks,
score. They got people on the ground. They just need to get a shot up.
as now with 38 seconds to go, 20 on the game clock. They can run this down all the way to about 18. And if they can get a basket here, I was going to say it last time, and Baker going to be fouled, so she'll be shooting free throws with 28 seconds to go. The Conks have a very legitimate shot right now at pulling this off, and who else would you want on the line this afternoon other than Allie Baker?
You know, Barton had two players down on the wrong other side of the court. I was sitting here thinking, why are we not getting a shot going? I understand running the clock out, but a shot is way bigger at that point in time. But luckily, they're going to end up having to foul to stop the clock a little bit here.
They played it smart. They did back it out and run about 20 more seconds off the clock as Baker stretches it to a 3-point game. As now going to be some offense for defense, as I think Maple going to come in for Ashley Nelson. So 28.8 on the game clock, 3-point lead for the Conks. Allie Baker on the line trying. This is a big, big free throw.
And that one's just off the mark. Conquistadors doing a good job not trying to ensuring they're not going to foul here. Stapleton's going to penetrate in, and
Morrison going to pick up a cheapie.
Yep,
So that'll be Morrison. I got that as her first, and it is, but that means free throws. Both teams in the bonus. Possession arrow is with Barton, 22 on the game clock. So Stapleton at 83% on the year from the line. Misses.
And Stapleton misses. That's huge.
Yep. So now, on a miss, you have got to get a rebound. No second chances here. Barton with 2 timeouts, Conks with 2 timeouts.
Stapleton's second goes up, and she sinks that one. And I believe we're going to get a timeout by Coach Lowell.
Just want to keep it here. We'll look at some numbers around the conference and around the top 25 of the country. Is 22 seconds to go here in Dodge. And right now, KU trails by 2 at home against unranked Baylor, 58-56. Oklahoma trails Iowa State in Iowa State, 65-60. Miami over Barton College, 66-63. And North Carolina State in a good one, 85-80. But what a ball game we've got here. Conks come out on fire, lead 9-0 with 5:46 to go in the first quarter. Lead after the first, 13-11, and then didn't score in the third quarter until 2:07 to go. And now a 2-point lead in the ball.
I believe.
Up 2, wow.
Bringing the ball.
I say
over
on a
here.
timeout under the basket, you bring it up in front of your own bench.
Okay, I did not realize that. As they're going to get the ball to Baker. Baker's going to dribble, get away from Dolinsky. Oh my, as Baker with nice ball handling skills. As I believe, who was it that had to come in and foul? I believe that was Stapleton. I thought for a second it was Reagan that came in. I was about to say, I think Reagan is out of the game if she fouls there. As they're sending Baker.
Baker dribbled right at Miller. Miller came to foul, and Baker stopped on a dime, went behind her back, and went opposite.
Baker's first one goes in.
23 for Allie Baker tonight. 16.7 on the game clock, 3-point lead. You make this, it's 4. That's huge.
As Baker sinks the second one.
Okay.
I believe we're going to get another timeout down here. I believe Barton's calling it. What are they pointing at?
They're going to move the ball up, and it's going to be on the far side of the floor. So.
So yeah, they are looking at a full timeout.
Yeah, and wow, I was going to say, if it was a 3-point game, if Baker misses, sometimes you see coaches foul, so that way you can't get a 3, but with 16 seconds, that's almost too much to do it. But because she made that other one, it's not going to matter. Now you just play defense, and if you're Barton, do you go for a quick 2, or do you try to get a 3 and then make it a 1-possession game regardless of what happens on the other end?
The way I see it is it's probably the last basket you're going to shoot is probably going to ultimately have to be a 3-point shot.
Yes.
I mean, you can go for a 3. I'd say just go put it in for a 2, and then, put it to that Hail Mary into the game shot to begin with. But there's a lot to go on still.
There's still 16.7. Barton, if the Conks stop them here, that's almost the dagger. If Barton gets a basket, Conks still have to shoot free throws. But if the Conks get a stop or a turnover, you're shooting free throws up 4, trying to make it 6. And what a ball game.
Morrison into the game. Morrison, the person who had a just completely abysmal steal earlier to get a basket here as they get into Stapleton. Stapleton's going to throw it over to Miller. Miller's throwing the ball up. It bounces out. Ball's loose.
8 on the game clock. Conks, I think they're going to do this.
Conquistadors have a lot to go on still as Dolinsky's going to put a shot up. It's missing. It's going to bounce out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to stay there with him.
Gonna win.
Second and a half left in the game.
Coach Lowell's screaming right now, don't even contest. 1.5, 4-point lead. Conks gonna win here in Dodge tonight.
As they're gonna get it into Miller. Miller's gonna launch it up, and it's off. Dodge City Lady Conquistadors take down Barton Community College. What a game by the Lady Conquistadors.
Well, trailed by 9. We're led by 9. Less than 2 minutes and 14 seconds into the game, you lead by 9. You turn around, you can't hit a shot to save your life. Allie Baker comes in, goes off for 24. You don't score until 2:07 to go in the third quarter, Ewing comes out, gets a big three-point play to start the fourth quarter, and the Conks walk off here 55-51. What a ball game.
At this point, we might just need to take a break. We'll wait for Coach Lowell to come up. And we can't wait. That's going to be the one interview I think Coach Lowell is going to be extremely excited for.
Yeah, this is going to be a much easier interview to do than instead of losing that one.
Yeah, losing that would definitely just say. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come right back with Coach Lowell's post-game interview to an amazing game by the Lady Conquistadors. You are listening to the Conks Radio Network.
He goose hunts with a Red Ryder BB gun, and he's never shot his eye out. He likes things his way. You may say he's a diva, but he's coined the phrase, he's a Jiva. Mr. G's Liquor, for all your wine and liquor needs. It's Mr. G's. Stay squirrely, my friend.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against skin knees and sibling supervillains that won't share. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local shelter insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, call Jason Putnam at 227-8054.
Most people think they can get a cheaper oil change somewhere else, but at Lewis Ford, our oil changes are both professional and affordable. With our oil change 4-pack, you get 4 conventional oil changes for just $69.99. That's just $17.50 an oil change. Then you'll have the peace of mind knowing that your car or SUV is being taken care of by a factory-trained employee at a price you can afford. Schedule your oil change today at Lewis Ford of Dodge City and mention the oil change 4-pack. Lewis Ford, open Saturdays from 9 until 4.
Do you need to clean out a garage or shed sometime soon? Need someone to come pick it up? Call B&E Waste Systems of Dodge City and they can help you out. They serve Ford, Hodgman, Meade, and Edwards counties and specialize in roll-off and construction containers. They even provide regular service routes and one-time pickups to residential, commercial, and rural clients. Contact B&E today at 225-6580 or swing by 2301 Central Avenue to experience just how competitive their prices really are. B&E Waste Systems, you deserve a locally owned choice.
Hey, Bill, you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, I haven't, but I did have someone stand on my back. They stayed at the Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Well, that's no good. Let me put you in contact with a real chiropractor. Dr. Jason Joy, located at 900 West Frontview, Suite 101. He specializes in sports medicine, acupuncture, soft tissue, and rock tape. You know what rock tape is, Bill?
Nope.
I'll have Dr. Joy tell you all about it. Give him a call today at 620-225-8677.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Conquistadors defeat the Barton Cougars in an extremely tight game. I'm going to be going over some of the team stats here. We're going to send it back. We're going to take a break, probably send it back over to Bernie, and he'll tell you some really big-name players here. But first things first, let's check out the team. Barton Community College, looking at 10 steals, 3 blocked, 21 turnovers. 8 assists, 51 total points, 54 total rebounds. That is 34 defensively and 20 offensively. From the field, Barton shooting 15 for 60. You're looking at 25%, 1 for 13 at the three-point line, which is a 7.7%, and a free throw percent of 20 out of 24. And, I mean, we got to look at this as they came in here. This was even what we talked to Coach Lowell about, was they came in with 40% from the field, and they shut them down to almost half of what they normally shoot. I mean, that's a very big thing for the Lady Conquistadors defensively to come out and achieve. Next thing up, we're looking at Dodge City coming in with a